Hello everyone, Razorblade Mango here, and today I'm going to be talking about my very first PlayStation 5 game, Astro's Playroom. And not only is this the very first PlayStation 5 game that I'm going to be talking about on the channel, this is the very first PlayStation 5 exclusive from Sony themselves that I'm going to be talking about on the channel. So for those who don't know, Astro's Playroom is the free game that comes with every PlayStation 5. It's pre-installed on it, and it comes from the Astrobot series. The Astrobot series is usually known to demonstrate the features of whatever little bit of hardware that the game is premiering on. For example, you had the Playroom, which was a kind of tech demo for the PlayStation camera back in the PS4 days. Then, of course, there was the excellent Astrobot Rescue Mission, which was a tech demo, sort of. Not about a tech demo, that's a terrible way of putting it. A demonstration of the capabilities of the PlayStation VR. And, like I said, it was an excellent game. Now, with the PlayStation 5, we have Astro's Playroom. And Sony's very first PS5 exclusive for this generation already is great. I'm honestly at a loss for words as to how good this game is, how great Astro's Playroom is. I'm still in shock by how good this game is for a free pack-in launch title for a brand new console that I would consider one of my favorite platformers of all time. I'm being serious. It's a testament to how well Sony have cultivated their first-party studios over the last generation and a half, to where the very first game they ever released for the PlayStation 5 that comes pre-installed on the console itself is fantastic. And in my opinion, I think if it had come out in the PS4 era, it would easily rank among my top 10 PS4 exclusives of all time. Right now, as it stands, from all the games that I've played so far on the system, this is my favorite one. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that I think it is a very efficient game. It doesn't have any filler content. It gets in, it gets out, and it does what it needs to do in the time between. It doesn't outstay its welcome at all, and it leaves you wanting more. Whereas most games I play these days, I feel like are way too long, and they end way after they should have. This is a game that is just so efficiently well-paced and designed that it's just pure joy from beginning to end. There aren't any levels in it where you go, oh god, not one of these again. All of them, all 16 levels, plus some of the bonus ones that I won't spoil here, are just all killer, no filler, to put it in those terms. And it's also not just this broken series of tech demos for the DualSense controller. Everything about this game, design-wise, comes together cohesively, and the rewards that you get constantly throughout this game are satisfying and encourage you to explore more. It's a celebration of PlayStation and its history, and lots of really great Easter eggs and collectibles that reference the past, for example. There are just tons and tons of references to other PlayStation franchises, and not just PlayStation franchises, but third-party franchises that got their start on the PS1 or the PS2. You've got references to Metal Gear Solid, Sly Cooper, Ape Escape, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Until Dawn, Final Fantasy VII, Silent Hill 2, and that's just the name a few of like the overwhelming amount of references in this. And some are very obvious, some are much more subtle. Some reference some of like the past PlayStation iconography and history that if you're a PlayStation history buff, you'll catch right away. Including one that at the very end that I think is probably the coolest part of the game. And again, I'm not going to spoil it. For those who have played Super Mario Odyssey, this is the reference point for it. There is an amazing section in the new Donk City level where the city holds a festival in Mario's honor. And he goes through a course that's reminiscent of his past. It's like a trip down memory lane. And that celebratory, heartwarming vibe that I got from that level when I first played it is exactly what Astro's Playroom conveys. So the main thrust of Astro's Playroom is basically to be at its, its core, besides being a really fun, tight as hell platformer, is to show you what the new controller is capable of. So it's difficult to describe what the DualSense is capable of without actually experiencing it for yourself. But to give you examples, so there's a section in the game, or multiple sections in the game, where you're walking across different terrain. And the game, the controller does an amazing job of making you feel like you are walking across those different bits of terrain, such as sand, dirt, mud, gravel, ice, grass. It just, you can tangibly feel it in your hand, which is just some next level shit. I know the Nintendo Switch has the HD Rumble feature in the Joy-Cons. Imagine that cranked up to 11 for the DualSense controller and for Astro's Playroom. And another crazy thing is that probably my favorite part is there's a section in the game where it's like pouring rain, and you can actually feel the individual droplets of water in the controller while you are holding it. And I think they have just pushed the boat out so far on what this controller is capable of that no other game that comes after this is going to match it. Not even close. I think this game is too good. It sets the bar too high for all of these other developers out there when it comes to using the features of the DualSense controller. And I wanted to 100% this game and get the Platinum Trophy. I never do that. I very rarely will 100% a game because I just don't either have the interest in it or I just don't have the time. Because completing this game was not a chore, it was a treat. I eagerly awaited going back to Astro's Playroom and playing it over and over again so I could get the Platinum Trophy and get the little hidden things that are in it that are required for the hidden trophies. I just can't believe that a free pack-in launch title that's a tech demo for the DualSense controller is this fun, absorbing, and charming. This game impressed me so much that I felt guilty that it was free. I would have happily given Asobi Team $30 for this game. Easily, I would have. I would have paid for it. I felt bad playing this game because it was free. That's how good it is. And after Astrobot Rescue Mission, and now Astro's Playroom, Asobi Team is one of Sony's very best studios that they have under their umbrella. I want this team to make full-length games, not just games that are used to show off the latest technology. I want them to make full-length platformers like this. If they were to ever make a full $70 Astro platformer in the style of like Super Mario Odyssey, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. It would be one of my most anticipated games of the year because I think Astro's Playroom is stellar. This is an unbelievably great start to the PlayStation 5 generation of exclusives. It's one of the greatest launch titles of all time. It's one of my favorite platformers of all time. It's one of my favorite PlayStation exclusives of all time. They mentioned in a PlayStation blog post that there's going to be more Astrobot news. I eagerly look forward to more Astrobot stuff in the future after Rescue Mission and now Playroom. I think if Team Asobi and Sony play their cards right, I think Astro could continue to be one of the defining mascots of the PlayStation 5 era. I can genuinely see that because of how great this game is. And if they were to make something that was just even bigger, more expansive, like Super Mario Odyssey, full-on platformer, it would just blow everyone away, and Team Asobi would be solidified as one of the all-time great PlayStation studios. Just, wow. Astro's Playroom. Just do not ignore this if you bought a PS5. Play this. immediately. Even if you don't usually like platformers, play it. It's stellar. It's excellent. It's fantastic. It's every positive adjective I can come up with. It's all that. Astro's Playroom is all that. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to see, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Astro's Playroom if you have it. And as always, I am Razorblade Bango. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all later. Bye.